Hey guys, we're going to read the story about Kevin today. How Kevin is trying to figure out what he wants to do about his living situation. So, this is Kevin right here, and you can see that he is thinking about different types of living situations. Think about your current living situation. Is it something you see yourself doing in 10 years? Is this somewhere that you want to be for the foreseeable future? Or do you consider that maybe someday you'd like to move out? Who knows? I guess the time will tell and we'll figure that out when we get there, but it doesn't hurt to start thinking about it. The words to learn are independently, which means you're doing something by yourself. Apartment is a small living area located in a building with other similar living areas. Some of you have that as your current situation. And a group home is a home for a small group of adults who may need help with daily living. And some of you have that situation. There are good and bad things about different living choices. Explore all the possible future living choices in your area. Know what you can do on your own and what you will need help with, and make a plan for where you want to live. So by the end of the story, those are the things that we're hoping that you walk away with. Kevin lives with his family in their house. He is an adult now. Kevin talks to his family about living choices. Kevin can choose where to live and who to live with. Kevin thinks about what he can do on his own and what he needs help with. Kevin can do many things independently. He can cook some meals on his own. He can do his own laundry. Kevin can clean the house by himself. Kevin needs help budgeting his money. He needs help making appointments and fixing things around the house. Kevin must also think about these things when he plans where to live. So it sounds like he can do a lot of things, but he still needs help. Kevin may choose to live at home with his parents. Kevin's family will need him to help take care of some things. He can cook dinner sometimes and do laundry. Kevin can help clean the house. Kevin can help keep the house clean. Kevin's family can help him make a budget for his money, make appointments, and fix things in the house. Okay, so there's the house that he lives in right now, and right now he shares it with his parents. And if he's going to live there, the parents expect him to do some things to participate in caring for the home. Kind of like your situation now for some of you. Kevin may choose to live in an apartment. An apartment is in a building with other apartments. An apartment has a small kitchen, living room, bedroom, and bathroom. Other people living in apartments in the building, Other people live in apartments in the building, Kevin could live in an apartment by himself or with a roommate. They could help each other. So you know that these are around town too, and they all look differently. But I know a young man who has a roommate and he lives in an apartment, and they share the apartment, they share the costs of living there. It helps them both out because both of them are on Social Security and they don't have a lot of money. So sometimes a roommate is a good option. Kevin may choose to live in a group home. A group home has a small group of adults living together and helping each other. Kevin would not be lonely. These adults may need help with some things too. The support staff in a group home can help care for Kevin and the people he lives with. So, a group home, you're still sharing a house, you're still sharing the living space. It's with people who aren't related to you, though, and probably more people that are your age. Kevin thinks about living with his parents. He likes to live at home, but his parents are still in charge. He doesn't have much privacy. He will not be able to make his own choices all the time. Most young adults his age don't live at home. So those are some of the things that go through his mind when he considers staying with his parents. Kevin thinks about living in an apartment. He likes the idea of living on his own, but he might be lonely without a roommate. He is in charge of everything, and he might need some help. So he's starting to weigh the good things and the bad things about living in an apartment now. Kevin thinks about living in a group home. He likes the idea of having support staff to help, but he won't have as much privacy. He may not like his housemates. He will have to share many things like the bathroom and the kitchen. So there's a lot of good things about that one, but there's still some things that make Kevin consider not doing it. Kevin has choices about where to live and who to live with. He will think about what he can do independently. He will think about what he will need help with. Kevin will make a good plan for where he wants to live. So here's some tips. Visit the living choices in your area. Think about how it would feel to live there. Think about what you can do independently. Ask how you will be able to do those things. Think about the help you need and ask how you would get that help. Discuss the good and bad things about each living choice. Super important. And that's what we would have done in class. We would have discussed the different options together. Kevin is our choices are plan, choose, care, apartment, and adult. Kevin is an adult. That's right. Kevin may blank to live with his family. Kevin may plan to live with his family. Kevin may choose to live with his family. Kevin may care to live with his family. Kevin may apartment to live with his family. That one's a tough one because 3 of these kind of work in that spot, but I'm going to put choose. Oh, and it's green, so that means we did good. Good job. Kevin may choose to live with his family. Kevin may live in an plan, care, or apartment. That's right, apartment. Good job. The support staff can help plan or care for Kevin. The support staff won't plan for Kevin, they'll probably care for Kevin. Yeah. Kevin will make a plan about where he will live. Very nice. Okay, that's the same one we just did. Don't you worry, we'll get you to a page we can do. So what is this story about? Is it about A, food groups, B, working, or C, living choices? That's right, C, living choices. Yeah. What might Kevin do with his family? Fight, live with, or swim? He could fight with his family. He could swim with his family. But the story of it is about whether or not he will. Where might Kevin live with a roommate? In an apartment, in his parents' home, or in a mobile home? Right, an apartment. A lot of people share an apartment. No matter what their ability level is, a lot of people have roommates. What can support staff in a group home do? Paint houses, care for Kevin, or find jobs? That's right, care for Kevin. What is important to know about the story? Always respect others at work. Having a pet is a big responsibility. Make a plan for where you want to live. We didn't talk about respecting others at work, and we sure didn't talk about any pets. So the answer is make a plan for where you want to live. Hold on all. Let me get to our last one. And here we go. Last 5 questions. What does Kevin not have living with his parents? Money, privacy, or toys? That's right, privacy. Now, you should have privacy living with your parents, but what I think they mean is if he wants to wander around the house in his underwear, other people live there that might not want to see him in his underwear, right? Not many of us have that kind of privacy, though. Who could Kevin live with if he lives in an apartment? A roommate, a stranger, or himself? A roommate would, So would himself. A stranger is not a good idea. You probably want to make sure you know who the person is before you move in and live with them. You have to kind of be able to trust them. What might Kevin not like if he lives in a group home? He might not like housemates, which are like roommates, a job, or the couch. That's right, housemates. He might not like the people that live in the house with him because he doesn't get to choose them. What choices does Kevin have? Read a book or read a magazine? Live alone or live with others? Live with his family in an apartment or in a group home? Yeah, he can choose to live alone, live with others, but he also can choose about living with his family or in an apartment or in a group home. What are some things we learned from the story? Choosing where to live can be a hard decision. True or false? True. Absolutely difficult to make that decision. Living near a farm is quiet. Uh, Probably didn't learn anything about farms in this story. How about there are good and bad things about each living choice? That's absolutely true. Okay, good job, guys.